We are in danger for next weekend. I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be one of the biggest storms of all season, and it could beat the high wind warning. Hello, guys. Welcome back to this very important Sunday morning update. We got some pretty bad news with the Sunday system. Anyways, I was thinking a little bit about it yesterday. I was thinking, oh my god, the European, listen, it's showing a very powerful squall line reaching all the way to New Jersey and the East Coast. And I'm like, oh my god, they should issue a severe weather risk. Well, in fact, they already did issue two 15% risks for the eastern U.S. and is bound to get expanded into the mid-Atlantic. So, yeah, we got another significant event in our hands with strong tornadoes possible again in the central to eastern U.S. So, now, we are going to be taking a look solely on that Sunday system because it's really the most notable to literally mention. Also, we've been taking a look at the kinematics for the monster storm that is expected. Man, we could be talking about a high wind warning again. I'm not joking. We could have high wind warning criteria for the east. The low level jet is just going to be ripping. So that's why I think this next Sunday, man, we are be dealing with some very nasty weather. Stormy and severe and windy. So, yeah. And let me just take a look here at the models. For Sunday, right? You got a very powerful low developing in Kansas, Nebraska, 979. Really cranking these winds. Similar to that setup on February 16th, where you get that high wind warning from that very gusty west wind that caused tree damage, to property damage. That's going to happen again. And this low just ejects off to the north near Canada, and it just brings a powerful warm front, and it goes all the way up to Canada. So it just tells you how powerful this system really could be. And now we're getting to 3 p.m. on Saturday, March 15th, and you got a decent squall line with various thunderstorm types, supercells, multiple clusters of storms, QLCS tornadoes possible. You got a lot of storms developing and fueling over the South, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee. And this continues into the evening. You got a pretty solid squalling out of that near Alabama, Tennessee, and stretching all the way up to Ohio. Now, during the overnight, it weakens a little bit. But you're going to be wrong because by 9 a.m., you got heavy rain and storms moving through Pennsylvania, Virginia, Alabama. And look at this, by 3 p.m., these storms refire. And why I'm saying this, because the kinematics overlap this time. We're not dealing with, last time I thought with the severe weather event we were going to have, we only had 50-degree dew points and it was cloudy all day. I'm telling you, that might not be the case. And as we take a look at the winds here, the winds start cranking out of the south. If you actually want to take a look at the isobars, I think that's 50 to 60 miles an hour before the event. And when that squall line comes through, look at that line that the European shows. Look at that really powerful squall line just blazing through New Jersey, Eastern Virginia, the Carolinas, all the way up into New York. Wow, we got a very powerful squall line. If you actually want to take a look at this, look at those contours over central New Jersey. That's purple. So that means if you have purple, you could definitely have a tornado or a downburst, wind gust, or a microburst even in there. So I'm telling you, next Sunday is really gonna be something to watch here because it shows a really powerful line and some very gusty winds. You can just take a look at the isobars. They are going absolute crazy, man. And once that squall line comes through, the gusty winds pick up back again. And yep. So Sunday, it's just going to be crazy. I really do think it's going to be crazy because the European has been showing this for a very long time. Beyond that, there's another system. And it could be another severe weather event. I don't know if it's going to be as powerful, but my God, it is going to be extremely active. Especially with this system. Oh my goodness, bro. Wow. So, this is some very crazy energy that's coming through next Sunday, and I'm really thinking it's going to be a pretty bad storm. Here, even let's take a look at the temperature anomaly. And you're going to see it. Everyone starts to warm up by Tuesday. Literally everyone starts to warm up by Tuesday. We start to get in the 60s and 70s for most New Jersey. Look at this by Tuesday, 3 p.m. We are seeing solidly 16 degrees above average. That is some big time temperatures. Friday, look at all this warmth and humidity. Oh my goodness. But you do notice there's a very sharp cold front behind that. And when that happens, wow. This is going to be crazy. Temperatures on Sunday could really soar up into the 70s and 80s for some in southern New Jersey. We might see an 80 degrees. So it just tells you how unstable, how dangerous this environment could be on Sunday. I'm telling you, this is so unnormal. That really, this is crazy. Here at looking at the actual temperatures on Sunday, you can just get an idea how these temperatures going to be pressing up northward, and that warm front is well into Canada. So, wow. During the peak heating, actually, let's go take a look at the Northeast here. Yeah, 69 here in Philly. Wow. Yep, that's some very warm temperatures. Very warm temperatures. That is just going to fuel up the environment for severe weather. Wow. Yep, we're seeing 70s. Yep, we're seeing 70s. And now, I do want to take a look here at pivotal weather, and we're going to start taking a little bit more of a zoom into the ingredient for this severe weather event. Okay, so this is going to be your dew point for Sunday, and next Sunday. And you're going to notice all of it is down to the south here. You actually do have a little bit of a severe threat down in the south today. I'm not surprised why, but when we start getting into next week here, let's just go all the way into Saturday or Sunday here. Thursday, you already got a resurgence of 50 to 60 degree dew points all the way up into Illinois. Very impressive. And when we go a little further in time, it starts to get quite unstable here, and it's gonna keep getting more and more unstable until you hit the point where severe thunderstorms just start breaking out here. And you can just see that very clearly, man. Severe weather just starts breaking out. Oh, what the heck? Wait. I'm trying to there we go. So, you already got 60 degree dew points down in the south. I think there's going to be a severe weather threat down there as well. Maybe even a northern part of this. But you can just see how expansive this warm front is just going to be fueling these dew points to get potentially up into the 60s for New Jersey. And I see that as a possibility for sure. Oh my God, it's so bad. I can't click on the exact hour. But once we get into Saturday, you can just tell there is such a sharp cold front look to this. So let's take Louisiana for instance. You got upper 60 dew points one side, and then on the other side, you got 30. And that is a severe weather outbreak potential right there. Last week, we didn't really see that because we had to actually wait for the dew points to come down with the actual cold front. But the prefrontal cold front is what got the severe weather cranking. So it was a little weird. But this time, we actually got a well-defined cold front. And we go into time here. These dew points start exploding up northward. And I'm talking Quebec. We could be talking dew points up to 50. And for folks into the east, Jersey, Carolinas, and South Carolina, we're starting to get into those upper 50 and lower 60 dew points by Saturday evening here. It remains in the 50s, but it's gonna go even higher on Sunday, which is when that cold front's gonna be coming through. Oh my god, I'm trying to frick. Okay, this is Sunday. This is your peak. And you notice, look at the 60 plus dew point starting to surge up into the Carolinas, Virginia, DC, Baltimore, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, heck, even up to New York City. So, dew points, check. You got it. Major instability. Temperatures, check. You got mid to upper 70s. And now we're going to take a look here at the vorticity. Now, we got to go back to tropical tidbits for that. So, taking a look at your vorticity, the upper dynamics here, the 850 millibar wind. Let's just zoom out for the whole entire U.S. here. So this is going to be your height. And you can see that it will start spiking across the central U.S. Saturday, 3 a.m., you got some pretty decent heights. And this is going to be a huge windstorm for y'all, again. But then, watch as we get into here on Sunday. No. This is Saturday evening. And look at all this wind across the eastern U.S. That's why I'm saying there could be a legitimate high wind warning again. And y'all could be dealing with more down trees and property damage. And then just look at the purples across Pennsylvania, New York, Virginia, North Carolina. That is 66 knot winds roaring above your surface. It will mix down though. And then watch these winds just explode. This is 3 p.m. When that squall line comes through around 3 p.m., some big-time winds. Big-time winds. We could be talking about gusts up to 60 to 65 miles an hour here. This is just above your heads, and this jet is just going to be roaring with 65, 70 mile an hour winds above your heads, and that is probably going to likely mix down. So, that's your latest, but I'm telling you, Sunday is going to be extremely dangerous here. I know people will be fooled. People will be fooled because they're going to think, mid to upper 70s, what a beautiful spring day. No, it really... Okay, there's two sides of this. It will be a beautiful, warm day, but it ain't going to be beautiful in terms of the weather because we're going to be seeing exploding thunderstorms here in this environment. And I'm afraid in this environment is going to set up just like that April 1st, 2023 tornado outbreak we had in New Jersey. I am really worried about that setup again. Now, is it that drastic of a cold front? I'm not sure, but you can just get an idea. We're going to be dealing with some very high winds from the south before that event, and then that squall line just comes through like a lion. So, I mean, you got some components of the April 1st one, because you got southern wind really fueling up the atmosphere, and then you got that squall line. There's some similar characteristics. I mean, we're going to be monitoring for a 15% risk for the East tomorrow in their update. So, I'm going to update y'all about that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we will have an update tomorrow about this, and have a great rest of your Sunday.